With crypto prices going up today, we've got some good news and we've got some bad news, and we're going to be going over both of it because if you only look at the good news, you're going to be biased to one side. If you only look at the bad news, same deal to the downside. You're going to get fearful. Well, we've got to counter that fear with knowledge. That's what we're going to be doing in this video, and if it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay, and as you can see, we've got some bad news on the screen right now. Shiba Inu coin open interest is falling to the lowest levels since 2024. Is it game over for the meme coin? So I'm going to say no, it's not game over for the meme coin. Clearly, I don't believe it is. But you got to put headlines out there like this. They attract attention, they get the clicks, all of that stuff. So we're going to be going over that. But before we do, I want to say thank you guys. Thank you very much for watching the videos on this channel. I know this is not the Claybro original channel. I've been posting on Claybro clips. YouTube will not let me post on Claybro until middle of December. So if you want to continue watching the videos, I want to be consistent on here as well. So thank you guys very much for subscribing and showing all of the support. But overall right now, very good news over the last 24 hours. 2% gain in Bitcoin, Ethereum, you've got 3% in XRP, 1.5% in Solana. You've got green over the last 24 hours. Dude, Bitunix is up 16%, Zcash is up 15%. So there are some very strong gainers out there. And it's got to do with a few different catalysts. Number one, interest rates were cut. Okay, now there's some concerns surrounding a rate cut in December, so we're going to have to get through those concerns now. But I believe that as time goes on and the Fed talks a little bit more and they do all of their individual speeches, we're going to start to see a transition from that fear to more certainty. With that, we've got a U.S.-China trade deal that is going to set the stage for further negotiations as the years go on. But it also is a very strong catalyst. We're just not seeing the strong gains right now because the overall sentiment is still sitting at a fearful situation, a level of 31 fear. We cannot expect meme coins to thrive during a fearful situation. So Shiba Inu coin continues to float right around that 1,000 point per coin level because of the fear that is plaguing the market. Now let's talk about some of the numbers specifically for Shiba Inu coin because we know we've got the strong catalysts out there, but let's talk about what's happening with SHIB specifically. It says Shiba Inu coin open interest has been one of the worst performing among the top cryptocurrencies by market cap in the year 2025. While there's been a general increase in open interest across the likes of Bitcoin and Ethereum, pulling the market up with them, Shiba Inu coin has not followed the trajectory. Instead, the meme coin's open interest has crashed significantly, making new 2025 lows in the process. Shiba Inu coin open interest is below $100 million. It says at the start of the year, January 16, 2025, Shiba Inu coin open interest had hit a new all-time high of $519 million, despite Shiba Inu coin's price action remained relatively muted. Now, Shiba Inu coin was not relatively muted at the beginning of the year. As a matter of fact, if you go back to the beginning of the year, Shiba Inu coin was doing fantastic following all of the election speculation at the end of 2024 into the beginning of 2025. Now, with that, this was a very speculative move based on the election of the current president. And with that, open interest hit a new all-time high. Of course, since then, people have been concerned about trade deals, people have been concerned about everything, and it brought the price back down. Now, you'll notice 2024 March spike, end of 2024 spike, that coincides perfectly with greedy situations. Extreme greed sent us to a spike. Extreme greed sent us to a spike. Meme coins thrive during periods of extreme greed. I would not expect open interest to be high when we have been sitting in a fearful situation throughout almost the entire 2025 year. So a lot of this does have to do with sentiment. It says by the start of February, Shiba Inu coin open interest had crashed by more than 50%, recording one of the sharpest declines in the market. However, the open interest had managed to stay above the 2024 lows as the SHIB price fluctuations kept traders interested. Now, however, the majority of open interest was seen in Shiba Inu coin at the start of the year is almost completely gone. Data from CoinGlass website shows that it's fallen below 100 million for the first time in 2025, marking a new yearly low. The current average of around $89 million translates to an over 80% decline in the last 9 months. painting a similar picture of the altcoin's price, which is down 88% from its 2021 all-time highs. As the decline continues, it continues to impact the price, affecting its ability to stage a meaningful recovery. Now, what comes first, the chicken or the egg, right? Does open interest fall, or does the price fall? Does the price fall because open interest is falling? Does open interest fall because of sentiment? All of these things are correlated and related there. It's just which one is leading to the other. Now, I believe, it's a cycle. A lower price leads to fear. Lower fear, or higher fear, however you want to word that, leads to a lower price. So it is a cycle that we need to break out of. And I do believe, right, that the cryptocurrency market will enter a greedy situation once again. Okay? The market, it works in cycles. Greed, fear. Greed, fear. Greed, fear. And when we enter that greedy situation, we will see open interest rise, we will see prices rise, and of course we will see sentiment rise. So in the meantime, I accumulate. Now, one of the places that I am buying is the KCEX exchange. You guys got a link for that down in the description below. You can actually trade Shiba Inu coin if you want to trade futures on up to 75x leverage. You're not going to find better fees. Meme coins have 0% makers, 0% taker fees. Altcoins and Bitcoin, 0.01% takers. So make sure to pay attention to that if you guys are trading out there. And do not forget to diversify. One of the tokens, you guys got a link for it down there, that I am buying into is Maxi Doge. And I absolutely hope to see some gains as meme coins rise. So let me know what you guys are buying. And until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.